Alright folks, Joe Value here for Cold Beer Sports on Saturday evening with just the one winner for tomorrow. Well, I think it'll win anyway, so it's a fair enough price there as well. Just before I get on to the one horse for tomorrow, just touch on today. Rattled off the crossbar we did, Nibiru making up savage ground late on. Initially I thought that Jennifer Torrance had given it a bit too much to do, but looking back now, I thought it's just unlucky, like the post just came a shade too soon. He has to be held up like that anyway and to come through horses late, so she was obviously just following instructions. And probably the mistake as the last hurdle down the back straight kind of cost us a length or two there, and that was that was the killer really. If he had jumped that better, he would have got into his position a good bit quicker. And she was always kind of chasing their tails on the run down towards the second last there and down towards the last as well. But a really good run, and it returned 12-1, which is incredible. It would have been fantastic, obviously, if he had got up and won. But a bit of a sickener in that respect. But still in all, it was a nice profit shown. Just with the one selection, obviously the other selection, Impressive Duke, didn't get in as a reserve, so he'll be there for another day. But Nibiru, horse, he's a tricky enough character. He has to be held up for late run, and you can't really throw stones at Jennifer Torrance for that. I thought on only her sixth ever ride, I thought she done really well on a tricky sort. So their day will come again, I'm sure, and hopefully tomorrow she's some doll. It'll be her day tomorrow in the 2:30 at Listowel for Gavin Cromwell and Luke Dempsey. She's very consistent type. She's by Yates, which they like decent ground, and she's stepping up to 2.5 mile, which is good for her. I thought she ran really well in the same race as Nibiru did in Galway. Nibiru was 5th, and this one was 7th. But the trip is a bit on the short side for her, but she did run really well now, in fairness. And she got into a little bit of interference going over the last hurdle as well, so she might have finished a touch closer. But no, she wasn't unlucky or anything like that. But that race in Galway was much, much better than tomorrow's. I mean, you see the likes of the favourite called Outlier. JP McManus horse has plenty of potential, there's no doubt. But this is only its 3rd ever race and could be a bit inexperienced. I thought the second favourite, Killishy, who actually got in as a reserve last time to win around Ballinrobe, got its own way up front last time. Not guaranteed that it'll get its own way up front this time around, because there's another horse called Rataloo, what's the name of it? Ratnaleen 2, who's also a front runner. So there could be an early battle for the lead, and Killishy might be a bit free, if she gets taken on for the lead, and that might upset her and be bad for her chances. She takes up a fair bit of the market there as well. She's only like 3-1, 7-2 chance. Of the rest, they're much the muchness. It's a weak enough contest, I think, and I think it's a good opportunity here for She's Some Doll, who two starts ago even in Cork finished ahead of a horse that won in Galway. That Mad Merrigan, I forget the name of that now as well, but Mad Merrigan got right touch of it when that won in Galway. So look, the form stacks up. I think she's going to be banged there. She's 6-1 and they're paying first 5 places. I think definitely Luke Dempsey will be taking his time on this one and try to come through late. It's a perfect each way bet. Be disappointed. She'd have to run really bad not to get in the first 5 anyway. That's what I'm aiming for, first 5, and obviously, if we can win, it's great. But she looks a good each way bet there. I'm going to have a 2-point each way in her there at 6-1. She's my only one for tomorrow. Obviously the ground is changeable everywhere now, so it's tricky at the moment. We just have to wait for the weather to settle down again, so you don't get any unexpected ground changes or anything like that. But even if the ground does turn soft down here in Listowel tomorrow, She's Some Doll has won on heavy ground in Limerick before, so that won't be a problem. But she's always thought to be a little bit better on nicer ground. So tomorrow it's just a race that fits really well. She's coming back after 6 weeks off, so she's nicely freshened up for this, and Gavin Cromwell will definitely have her ready to roll anyway, so she's my one for tomorrow. Call back maybe the next day or two. I'm not sure about Monday yet, but definitely have one for you Tuesday. It could actually be a 6-point win bet, and I don't have many of them. I've only had 2 before, and 2 of them have won, so we're looking for three out of three. Okay, so Talk to you soon. Joe Value, Cold Beer Sports on YouTube. Cheers. Thanks for following.